This is why you can't ollie. One thing that helped me when I was struggling with ollies is scooting my back foot a little bit towards the back bolts because it helped it stay under me. This is why you can't pop shove it. If you're having trouble getting the board all the way around, instead of kicking straight back, try to kick at more of an angle, kind of like behind your front foot because it generates more force.
Why you can't frontside shove. A big problem with front shoves is the board going behind you. This is probably because you're putting too much weight on your toes, making the board shoot behind you. So try putting a bit more weight on your heels or jumping back a little bit to try to keep the board under you a bit better. And
the key to getting out of any frontside board slide is to look at the end of the rail, because then you can kind of see where the rail ends and your head and shoulders are already turned, so it's really easy just to turn out.
Kick flips are terrifying, probably because you're not used to having the board flip under you yet. So if you take some time to learn finger flips, it could make kick flips a lot less scary. And the secret to becoming a pro level skateboarder is to really master each trick that you know how to do before moving on, because I have learned hundreds of tricks and lost hundreds of tricks because I didn't take the time to actually master them. But why you can't heel flip. If you're having trouble getting your board to rotate all the way, try moving your back foot more towards the heel side pocket so the board twists up and makes it easier for your foot to catch and make it spin faster. And this is why the nose is bigger than the tail. When the nose is a bit bigger and steeper than the tail, it makes it a lot easier to level out / tweak your tricks. But I always ride my skateboard the wrong way, and here's why. So the nose is bigger and steeper than the tail, so if I ride my board backwards, it feels pretty comfortable when the board gets turned around. But the reason why you can't pop shove it is probably because you're turning your shoulders, which makes it a lot harder to get your front foot on and get the full rotation. So focus on keeping your shoulders straight. And the secret to ollies on an A-frame. So I had this big fear of not having enough weight on my front foot and slipping out, but what I found out was as long as I got a good pop and focused on staying centered, it just kind of worked out. But this is the secret to crooked grind. So I remembered when I was relearning crooked grinds earlier that if I put a little bit of weight on my back foot, it makes it so much easier to grind. But
when you're skating out of a ramp, make sure you bend your knees before you even get to the ramp, because if you bend them down while you're on there, you're going to lose a lot of speed. But if you take a glue gun, you can temporarily fix your skate shoes until you get a new pair. There is an app you can use to play a game of skate when there's no one around, and it's really fun. This is why you can't nose slide. If you're having trouble getting into a good nose slide, try rolling up at about a 45-degree angle, because then you're not going to have to turn as much and the momentum is going to carry you on top of the ledge. The next time it rains, take some time to practice the practice steps to a trick you haven't learned yet, like frontside flips. So